Okay, it is time to demonstrate a proper burpee, at least in my opinion. I've always been a little bit on a mission to make over burpees. I see so many versions of them. Doesn't mean they're all right or wrong, but I do think that by adjusting technique on any exercise, we can increase effectiveness, and why not do that? Get the most out of your time and your effort. So a lot of people don't know that a burpee is really a squat with a thrust and then jumping up out of a squat position, and that is very helpful when you break this form down. So I'm going to break it down, level 1, nice and slow, and then every time we add in a jump, it just increases the level, the intensity, the difficulty of the exercise. So, things to note, and hopefully I'll be in the right angle for you to be able to see what I'm doing. So, we need to be in a squat position, so feet are wider than the hips, so that the hips have room to move, they have somewhere to go. Most people I see do their burpee with closed feet, the hips don't really have anywhere to go. If you happen to have great mobility, you can get away with it, but you're still going to get a lot more out of it, and it will change the exercise if you go in squat stance and give your hips room to move and give yourself the ability to generate power through the hips from the floor up when you do that jump. So start with the feet wide. You're actually going to squat down. It's not just a bend over. Okay, so squat down, hands on the floor, stepping back into what would be the top of a push-up. You can add a push-up, but you don't need to do that until you're more advanced. So now here's the key. You need to step forward wide into that squat position again and squat and then come up. Okay, so you've got to give your hips room to move. So wide stance, squatting, step back, narrow stance, step forward, wide stance. Get those hips down into that squat and come up. Okay, arms are up, so we don't stop here. Full extension. Okay, we can start to add a jump to that, jumping forward with wide feet, coming up. You can add another jump, back, forward, and up. You can add that last jump. Okay, now notice on that last one, first because I had that wider squat stance, I had the power to generate to leap up out of it. But when I landed, I made sure that I landed softly right back into my squat so that I was very kind to my knee and hip joints and my spine by not just thudding on straight, stiff legs and then starting the movement again. Okay, so jumping, 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 landing softly right back into that squat. Okay, so being very kind to your joints is going to give you more longevity, get more mileage out of them, also more effective. So there's your proper burpee. Practice, practice, practice.